Fantasy Philosophers is brought to you by fantasy-info.com.
Roy Williams has really been a major disappointment ever since he went to the Dallas Cowboys. Last summer, he was the talk of the offseason, one of the big points, because Tony Romo and him needed to build up that rapport. I don't want to toot my own horn, but in an article I did write in the summer that if he wasn't going to get it done, somebody was probably going to step up out of the woodwork and become somebody. I didn't obviously know that was going to be Miles Austin, but he obviously did. He ended up having a fabulous season. The sad part with me about Roy, it wasn't just that he was a disappointment, it's that he continues to make excuses for his play. He continues to point the finger at other people that they're the problem and he's not. And it's childish and it's just not professional. And it's not, for a guy making as much money as he is, it's pretty pathetic that he's taken that road and he's continued to take that road. When you see a guy like Miles Austin, you have a whole nother mind frame. It's very funny to see a guy like Miles who continues to think, what can I do to get better? And a guy like Roy is, well, it's not my fault, it's their fault. For all the disappointment that Roy's had in his career with the Dallas Cowboys the last couple seasons, he is projected to be the team's starting number 2 man, but Dez Bryant will probably unseat him. If he doesn't do it before the season begins, he should do it probably in the first month if Roy isn't having a really hot start to the season. Because right now, Dez is just way too talented, and he's putting a lot of focus behind that talent. And it seems to me, I think maybe he wants to prove a few people wrong because they were really tough on him. And to some degree, I think it was justified. Obviously, there were certain comments made to him that were obviously never justified in what they were said, but at the same time there are concerns with some of the things that maybe have went down with him at different points in the past year. So with Bryant, I think he will take over. I think he's going to have a fabulous rookie season. I don't know if he's going to break out and be an every week starter for fantasy play, but it should be the death of Roy Williams' fantasy value. And so at this time, if Roy does win the job, he's going to have some value. Remember, he did have, 7 touchdowns last season, so he did have some touchdowns. He didn't have hardly any yardage. So he might be a guy that, hey, you take a shot on. You say, hey, this is a guy that if he doesn't get it done now, he's going to be out of it. So you give a shot to him, maybe late in your draft.
For more fantasy football information, go to fantasy-info.com and sign up for our free e-newsletter. Good luck in your 2010 Fantasy Football League. As an added bonus, the Fantasy Info guys will include their 5 secret tips for success in